Now, you know, I got to talk about this one right here. I got a chance to speak to him myself, Show Off returning and going against Loso. I even see some dudes disrespecting, like Show Off ain't who he is. But, you know, I also see dudes who like, nah, Loso not going to make it. I don't know if it's, you know, more the New York dudes who know what Show Off do, who's like, yo, nah, 3-0 for this guy Loso. But I'm hearing a lot of people, though, who are probably a lot of new Loso fans who loves what he's been doing, who's not really giving Show Off a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like kind of perplexed by it. You know what I'm saying? But
I see that, and that's to
yeah. Look. Narcotics. Whoa, yeah. We the livest to smoke. Come and face dive in this coat. I don't serve a dime in my flow. It's all bricks, nigga. When I'm cooking, it's all bricks, nigga.
Dogs, nigga. Dogs, nigga.
But, that's to Loso's credit. He's a talented cat, man. He's talented. His cadence is one of the best in the game. He's having a very, very fast rise. He's coming off of one of the best battles of the year with Bigg.
Facts.
You know, he also had a crazy classic, Bad News. You know, he had a solid performance with Jimz. You know, this is a guy that he's taking these stages and he's going off.
Jay Murder,
crazy, so.
he did his thing with Jay Murder too. That Small Room.
Thing with Jay Murder. You know, when he came to Writers Volume 1, his debut on RBE. You know, I mean, this is a guy that he's killing multiple stages, and you know, that's just another testament and respect to the talent that we bring in. It's not favoritism. Once that coin flips, it's the two artists for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's a testament to the respect that we have for Loso. As far as people, you know, counting, well, I wouldn't say counting Show Off out. That's a little bit too much. But I do see, you know, people seeming to weigh a little bit more on the Loso over Show Off.
Yo, RBE, I called you RBE, but ARP, I've seen some 3-0 Losos, and I've seen a lot of people clearly having Loso winning. I'm telling you, this is what I'm seeing.
No, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. And once again, I 100% I'll do it again. I'll do it time after time, card after card. Guys that you see heavy on RBE, you know, the Show Offs, the Jimz, the Big Kannon, the JCs, all of these guys. You know, Adi Boom will be home very soon. His first battle on RBE will probably be over Reid.
Damn.
You know what that means?
That's crazy.
He could have sat down for years, you know, serving his time like a man, and come home and get killed. Fresh home. But that is how much we respect these guys' talent. We will put them in there with the greats. Once again, we are the inventors of the blood, sweat, and tears concept. You see what I'm saying? Pushing a card and a philosophy like that as an entire event and promo of fuck the tiers. Fuck a status. Fuck top tier versus top 10 up and no, shift this shit. If you nice, you nice. You know what I'm saying? So for people to say Loso's gonna 30 Show Off, that just shows how much respect we have for Show Off. Ain't no warm up. I've seen shit like that. I've seen people talk about it's the Show Off's first battle back after, you know, stepping away. You know, shouldn't he have a warm up? Warm up what? I mean, come on. It's not like I could understand if this was boxing and like your physical health, you fuck around and get brain damage in the ring or some shit. Then you know what I'm saying? It's a war of words. It's a war of words, and these motherfuckers is nice. And somebody like Show Off was born to do this. You could see it in his performance. You could hear it in his delivery. You know what I'm saying? He's a lyricist. You know what I mean? I can't do what he does, even if I tried. You know, I don't have that talent. The dude has a born talent to rap and to battle rap as well. Also do songs. You know, I don't know if you heard some of his music, but he's got a knack for this shit. Yeah. And I have too much respect for his talent to try to give him a warm-up.
Yeah. And for me, Show Off is probably one of the most creative, lyrical dude in the game. I don't know what people be thinking, but that dude is something different.
His style has fathered some shit. Let's not be twisted. I ain't gonna go there, but you know, his style is been a little copied at times. You know what I'm saying? And I could see I've seen certain artists. I was like, that sounds like show off a little bit. You know what I mean? But neither here nor there. The dude is talented as fuck. He's always been talented. We're always gonna believe in him. We believed in him since day one, since the Hazy Williams battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is day one shit. So once again, putting him in there with somebody that can kill him, that's how much we respect his talent.
Now,
I mean, if y'all want us to book Show Off versus, you know what I'm saying, Kentucky Kenny, you know what I mean, as a warm up, y'all look like, what the fuck is that?
Nah, we don't need that.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you know, Loso, you know, having, you know, beaten Jay Murder, went into, you know, show off like, yo, yeah, you know, this, I want this dude, like, you know, revenge type shit, or that didn't even come up in the conversation?
Yo, I promise, and I said this in the same blog that I dropped recently. I have no clue.
Okay.
I really have no clue, because that would be a strong guess. Because, like I said, Shaw was presented with 4 names, and Loso was on that list. Yeah. And the only reason I'm not saying the other 3 people is because I wanna see those battles happen ASAP on RBE. I want Shaw to battle all 4 of the people ASAP.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think all 4 of the battles are ridiculous. But for the return for this battle right now that's in front of him, he chose Loso off that list. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't jump into the whole why and all of this.
Okay.
And hey, all right, you know, let me call the homie Loso. We knew we was bringing Loso back ASAP. You know, he came to New York and put on. He brought his A game. And, you know, you bring your A game to RBE, you immediately open yourself up for you know, a battle rap relationship with us as a platform, you know, because we respect people that respect the platform. It's like one hand wash the other type of situation. And then when I was at the Bolton event for Loso versus B-Dot, you know, we spoke after the event, you know, just chopping it up, congratulating him on the performance. We were just chopping it, you know, and Loso will tell you, man, he's like, hey, man, you know, I appreciate RBE as well. And yeah, Bolton's his home league, you know, and we have all respect in the world for that. But, you know, he also is willing to come back. And when he's, you know, expressing that, like, you know what, yeah, we definitely want to bring you back because you put on for us. Cool. So then, you know, once the show thing came up, we put the call into the homie Loso. You know what I'm saying? And next time I call Loso, maybe it'll be, you know, one of my ideas, like, yo, this guy, maybe I'll have the full decision on it. Just so happens that on this one, Shaw was like, give me him. Give me him. And at this point, I don't even want to know why he chose it. I just want to see this Saturday. I want to watch this shit unfold. And I want to see what Loso comes with. Whatever Show-Off's reason is, let's see how Loso defends that and jumps on the offensive damn self. That's all I care about right now. Let's see how it unfolds Saturday.
Nah, man. February 3rd is going down Club Drama. I'm excited for that one. Moving on to another battle, man. This is one of my favorite newer guys, you know what I'm saying, that you put on. And every time I see, you know, him out there, he's always putting in work and he's always very sharp. I'm talking about Heavy Half, and he's going against Nice, who recently was introduced to the RBE stage on the Pearly Gates event and everything like that. Man, you know what I'm saying? I really like a Heavy Half and what he's been doing. What was the thought process into putting him against a guy like Nice and, you know, bringing him back as well?
Yeah, the thing with Heavy Half is a guy that you're gonna keep seeing on RBE. I mean, from his very first performance on RBE, we was like, yeah, we liked what he brings. It's a whole nother vibe, you know, that we can mix in to these cards and to this fan base and fuck. And he's always been a solid dude as well. You know what I mean? Remember, we had him booked to battle Show Off, and that battle got canceled, which is why you guys seen
that would have been crazy, by the way. That would have been crazy, by the way.
Last minute 1 rounder. Yeah, we had him booked for 3 rounds versus Show Off, and you know, battles get canceled every day, B, but the way it happened and the way he went about it was so honorable, which is why you see me jumping on the footage defending him as we introduce Show Off versus QB, making sure the fans don't walk away like, man, fuck that, you have it. Nah, I took the stage and defended him. You know what I'm saying? That's how people know that, you know, we ain't no drama seekers if we don't have a battle, if we don't jump in our feelings. Like, real shit is real shit. So defended Heavy Half on that publicly. You know what I mean? And always fucked with him as a guy, as an individual, and definitely fucked with him on the talent side. So then brought him back a few times. He battled Slave over here. He battled Floss the Boss over here. And he missed Writers. He missed Pearly Gates. And on Pearly Gates, we had the one SK with Nice. And Nice put on, you know what I'm saying, for him to have the crowd, you know, react to the way the crowd was early in the day. You know, he was like, wow, you know, that's a nice little star quality right there. I mean, and then lyrically, he definitely put on, and even before that, the reason why I challenged Lawrence to book him is because I saw his performance in the trap with Number. So I thought that he gave me that, he'll hit you in the chest and give you that vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely fucked with him. Didn't want Heavy Half to miss 3-4 cards in a row. So it was like, yo, Heavy Half, you know, I got a guy that was bringing up from 1SK, you know, named Nice, you might know him. You know, I want to get him on the next call for 3 rounds, reward that 1SK performance. You know, so if you want Nice, and Nice, if you want Heavy Half, let's get it in. Let's open the night up with something wild, a nice little Hunger Games battle. You know what I'm saying? And they was both with it. So that's how that battle came together.
Also on this card going down, you know what I'm saying? I got to talk about it, man. This 2-on-2, man. One of the most obvious guys that we've always wanted to see together. You made it happen, Charlie Clips and DNA, and you got them going against the Cannons. You know what I'm saying? Big Kannon and Young Kannon, Chicago. You know what I mean? New York is going down. What was the thought process into, like, even getting these guys together? You know what I'm saying? Because that's, like, amazing to see DNA and Clips even together. Is it going to be a freestyle fest? What's going to happen?
No, well, first of all, these guys' contracts say 3 written rounds. Okay, all right. So Clips and DNA, if you listen to the interview, I bet not come with no fucking three rounds of freestyle. Else we're not paying y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nah, shout out to Clips and DNA, but we seriously, you know, we always expect 3 written, well-prepared rounds. And any artist that meets those expectations, once again, that's like the one hand wash the other type of shit where you're respecting the platform the same way we respect you as an artist. So we're not expecting or looking forward to a freestyle fest. Yeah, I mean, we didn't get a freestyle fest when Clips came over here before. We didn't get a freestyle fest when DNA just had his thing.
That's a fact.
We're not going to start now. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to start now. So shout out to those 2 guys. You know, they brothers. They just did an interview together on 15 Minutes of Fame, you know, talking about this upcoming battle. These guys that are around each other enough where there's not supposed to be an excuse, you know, for them getting together, locking in, and putting 3 rounds together. And these guys is, you know, let's talk about how long they've been doing it. I don't think it's hard for them to come up with 3 rounds together with that level of creativity. 2 Hall of Famers once again. You know what I'm saying? They should be able to sit down and come up with concepts and angles and bars for 3 rounds without, you know, taking 5 months and having to put all the other responsibilities down. I think they can get that done and deliver a good performance, so I'm looking forward to that Saturday. As far as the Cannons, you know, we wanted to bring Big Kannon back, you know, get him back, let him get back on the RBP stage and do what he does, because I'm gonna make this a real comment to y'all too. It's like, it's just fucked up how short people's memories are. You know, they'll react to Big Cannon's, you know, battle with DNA. Oh, get him out of here, this, blah, 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 blah. And he was just fresh off of RBE having a classic battle with the Heat.
Sorry, guys. We just got cut off real quick. I'm going to hit them right back. My apologies. We was talking about DNA clips.
Yo.
Yeah, my apologies there. I don't know what happened, but we got cut off.
Nah, that's all good. But you good?
Yeah, we good to go.
Yeah. Nah, but like I was saying, like, you know, he's fresh off of a classic, you know, battle with Danger Zone. I see top tiers and all these people tweeting, talking about that battle. Like, yo, that was crazy. Them two going back and forth like that. So because I know sometimes it's like, what have you done for me lately? You know, we say, let's get Kannon back on this card. You know, let him show what he does. I mean, like, I don't have a short memory when it comes to his time. as far as Young Kannon is somebody that we've been going back and forth with for like, shit, a year and a half, maybe 2 years. It was always a timing thing. Always a timing thing. Like, oh, he's got this battle booked, or no, we got this going on right now. So time worked for both sides on this one right here, and we just paired those two guys together. They're in Chicago together. They rock, you know, Clips and DNA, they brothers. So it just made sense, you know, and we've never done a 2-on-2 before. I kind of thought our first 2-on-2 battle was going to be with Adi Boom and Show Off. That's what we thought, you know. But this battle right here, we was like, you know what, let's give it a shot. And we almost even came close, like I told you before, doing Clips and Goodz. So I think Adi Boom, what we should be holding out for is his one-on-one return for like an RBE main event when he comes home instead of a 2-on-2. But that doesn't mean that we still don't want to see Show for Adi Boom in a 2-on-2. But Clips DNA versus the Cannons, interesting battle, man. I see a lot of people taking Clips and DNA on this one, man. What do you think? What do you got?
I mean, you know, the favorite is going to be Clips and DNA, man. You know, DNA is...
I say Clips and DNA,
yeah, Clips and DNA, I think they're like, you know, I hear stories about these dudes when they're not rapping in front of people or just in front of other battlers and having fun, and how dangerous they are. Like, you know what I mean? So, in Big Kannon, Young Kannon, we got to see it. How they gonna mesh? How they gonna work together? Not saying that they can't, but I think it's gonna be a challenge because Clips and DNA, man, I think their star quality in a sense might be a little overpowering.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that you got to deal with on the stage. You know, everybody has their different attributes. Some people is freestyle, some people is bar heavy, some people got star power, some people, you know, got everything. You know, like look at a Hollow. Hollow got, you know, almost every attribute, every base covered.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is when you take the stage with certain guys like that. If Clips and DNA present a certain type of star power, and you feel like that's going to be a problem that you got to fight with on that stage, then you can build angles and bars to that. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I have a creative mind. Like, if I knew I was battling somebody that was real known for, you know, getting fly or having all this charisma or having the star power like a Charlie Clips, I might come in there with a holy jacket or some shit. Like, man, how can I be like you one day? Have everybody laughing in the first round. You know, whatever. Like this way these guys are artists. You sit down and you look at your opponent's strengths. You look at their weaknesses. You develop your offense. You develop your defense. You craft out 3 rounds designed for this person. This ain't the old days where you find out on the spot, like, who I got to deal with? This person on the block? Okay, let's go. Let me just spit some rounds I already have written. No. The game has evolved. These people be having months heads up to sit down and figure out how to beat the person on the other side of the stage. That's where creativity comes in. You know what I'm saying? So for me, star power alone wouldn't beat me if I was sitting down to be an artist. It wouldn't. It wouldn't.
Nah, I'm waiting for this one too. You know what I mean? I know Big Kannon got a little chip on his shoulder. You know what I mean? Or for that DNA. So
hey man, and I said it in the blog. And hey, my bad DNA promoting at your expense, but it's still my God honest opinion. Young Kannon clearly beat DNA in Chicago.
Oh God,
I think that was Crown 1. I think that was Crown 1. I was there.
Yeah.
I got footage of me recapping that battle. You know what I'm saying? And in the blog that I just dropped, you see me recording Queen Slip and DNA right after DNA got off the stage. And I recap saying that I had Kannon clearly winning. I mean, so there's a lot of history in there with those guys. You know what I mean? Kannon, you know, to many people that was there, Young Kannon beat DNA clearly in the building, but the footage never dropped. You know what I'm saying? People say Clips beat Young Kannon. People say DNA beat Big Kannon. Like, it's a little mixed there. You bring them in 2-on-2. That's where the creativity comes in. That's what I like to see the most in 2-on-2s. You know, I don't think it should ever look like a 1-on-1. You rap for 50 seconds and then I'll rap, or I'll rap a whole round and then you rap. I don't think 2-on-2 should look like that. That's why URL, when they do Double Impact, they promote it as the All-Star game, right? What are All-Star games? All-Star games is these guys running up and down the court. There's 50 dunks every quarter. There's half-court alley-oops and all of this shit. It's a little bit more of a fun and creative type of situation. Because when you got a partner, y'all are supposed to bounce off of each other. Y'all are supposed to bounce creativity off of each other. I don't want to look at a on a 2-on-2 or, you know, a double impact card and just see a bunch of one-on-one style delivery. That's not, to me, the point of a 2-on-2. Crafted differently. So despite their one-on-one histories, this 2-on-2 is supposed to look different than all of them. That's the point.
And you know, you also got some guys that, you know, probably the fans that don't know all the way yet, but some of these guys are definitely talented. What was your thoughts on putting these guys on this card? I'm gonna start off with Truth Watson and Hayes the Gift.
Yeah, that's not me. I'd be lying if I said that was me.
Okay.
That's 100% Lawrence.
Shout out to Lawrence.
Yeah, shout out to Lawrence, of course. Shout out to the co-owner as well. Shout out to the 1SK battles, man. It's a system that we introduced, man. It might have been like Validation 4, Validation 5, maybe like early last year, something like that. Okay. So it's starting to catch on now, and that's the thing about when you present something new. You know what I mean? You got to keep pushing it until people really understand, oh, what that's about, and it's getting out there now. You know, I have a million battlers hitting me up now for 1SK, and I tell them all the time, I don't even make those decisions. Me and Shaka, you know, we stay away from trying to make any decisions for the 1SKs. You don't step on Lawrence's feet for that. Lawrence 100% runs the 1SKs, and you're probably going to see at least 4 new faces on almost every RBE card. Okay. And we've been doing that for a second now. So that's how these battles came together. That's also how, you know, Nice on the very next card got graduated up to a 3-rounder versus Heavy Half. And that's the thing with the 1SKs. The moment we see something that might be special or somebody really commanding that stage and going off and really, really captivating the fans, you never know. Right after that, we might put them on a list of Soul 5 or Pearly Gates Part 2 or Writers Volume 2 or, you know, Blood, Sweat, and Tears 6. These are all cards coming up, whether they happen in 2017, 2018, or 2019. These are all upcoming cards on these crazy series. You know, that's where these 1SK guys will end up if they go crazy, you know. So that's where that comes from. Shout out to Lawrence and shout out to everybody on the 1SK. Truth Watson versus Hayes the Gift. Got Chris Crowder on there versus Chip Gambino. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing even some predictions of people are saying, no, I'm not really too familiar with this person. I'm not too familiar with that person. That's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. So now we get them over to RBE and, you know, maybe they get a little bit more exposure. And if they go crazy, we'll definitely make sure to get more exposure because we'll move them up into bigger battles.
Nah, man, and Lift This Soul 4, man, going down February 3rd, this Saturday. For the live stream, where do the people go to, you know, make sure they could catch the lives and everything like that?
Yeah, I need everybody to go to rarebreedent.com, rarebreedent.com. You're going to see a link for the pay-per-view on the page. You cop that pay-per-view stream, you will have access to the live stream going down this Saturday. And for that same purchase, you will also have access to the VOD. That'll be up within 24 hours. So after the stream is over and the event is done and you done watched all the crazy battles, you done seen what happened with Goodz Vs Jimz and Big K and John and the 2-on-2 battle, you know, with Charlie Clips and DNA and Big Kannon and Young Kannon and Show Off versus Loso and Heavy Half versus Nice and the 1SK battles. After you watched all that live, like, damn, like, that shit was crazy. This person won, this person won. If you need to double back and watch anything again, that'll be up. The VOD will be up for you to press rewind, pause, play, replay within 24 hours on Sunday for the same price, the same purchase. You're going to get both live stream and VOD. So once again, go to rarebreedent.com. Grab it now. Make sure y'all go grab it now. Trust me.
And ARP, just you know, some of the fan questions and things that I was always seeing. They were asking about, you know, even from some of your blogs, I was reading some of the comments as well. A lot of people was asking about you and Rosenberg Raw. Will we ever get to see some of those guys back, or the J400s back on that stage again? Some guys who really made, you know, good impacts when they were on that RBE stage and had some good showings.
I don't serve a dime in my flow. It's all When I'm cooking, it's all wrist, nigga. Go see Poppy get all fish, nigga. We whipping water. Chop bricks down to quarters. Phone ringing, what's your order, nigga? Phone ringing, what's your order, nigga? Phone ringing and what's your order, nigga? Phone ringing and what's your order? Phone ringing and what's your order? Hey, yo, my street operation serve the fiend population. Chopper do amputation if ever I see my cake thing. Niggas, they love to spray things. Mothers, they say, whoa.